The Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. There on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Block working out of the gun. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
He was brought down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, Locke eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 25-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there.
Another carry.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the gun, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
little play fake here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Past the 20, 10, and they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
Complete.
A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Block, and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at the 20.
Let's make these babies run. Hey, Mike 52.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Browns nothing.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check the backer, check the backer. Check three, check three, check three. Smoke.
From the gun, Locke. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Locke off of play action. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 19-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
36-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go with Chubb on second down, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
52, watch 52. 52's the light.
On play action, Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready. 10 logo. Okay, don't get nervous now. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Hey, don't get nervous. Mike 52. I got it.
Throwing again on second down. Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Complete.
One thing you're open for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Operating from the gun, Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number 21, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Throwing again. Locke. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
21, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before half for Locke. They'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here we go. That's 22, that's 22.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run for Nick Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They run it again with Chubb. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Pulled in at the 24. That looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
The kick is good.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Browns, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And the return will stop right around the 25. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. And it's 3rd and short.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
29-yard line.
From the gun, Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And this offense continues to pour it on. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Broncos 31. Browns nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to give.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
10 at the 18-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Locke. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Then he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns' drive about to get started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the... He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Browns get a score closer.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun, Locke. He sets to fire deep. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 78 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Yo, you don't want nothing. Get it. Pick up the ball. Shoot. Watch. Yes. Hey, 3. Ready.
On 2nd and inches. Locke. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll actually throw it with Locke. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
39-yard line.
Locke looks to throw it again. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Locke eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 22. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The Broncos take over first.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.